Hello, welcome back with Fred Davies at A Wholesome Life, where we teach you how to rebuild your wellness. Today I want to talk about the lymphatic system. Our lymphatic system is one of those that has been largely forgotten. It's not talked about as the circulatory system is with its pump, the heart. But the lymphatic system is the cleansing fluid system of the body. I think of it a little bit like the circulatory system being the positive pressure system, like a faucet in your sink that puts out water as soon as you turn it on. But the lymphatic system is more like your cleansing system, maybe in the bathroom where you have an opportunity to get cleaned up and take care of cleaning things. It's just as important to stay clean as it is to have good positive pressure water. And so let's talk about how you can take care of your lymphatic system at this time. Now, we all know about the heart as the pump of our circulatory system. We all know about the arteries and veins and the food and oxygen that's brought to all the parts of the body by the blood being oxygenated going through the lungs. And we know that the blood system must be kept clean. And we talk more about that in the circulatory system training and video. But what about the lymphatic system? There's fluid around every one of our cells. As the blood is pushed out to the capillaries, that fluid goes out of the capillaries in tiny, tiny amounts and puts nutrients around each cell of our body. Well, each cell needs to absorb those nutrients, and that is facilitated by having a clean fluid system, because if the fluid is clean, then it's the right pH, the right alkalinity for our body to be able to absorb the nutrients. If it's not the right alkalinity, then our cells not only can't absorb nutrients in, but they can't open the doors and push toxins out. So the doors and windows are actually shut on our cells, if I can use that analogy. When the pH is correct, 7.365 in our fluids and in our blood, then our cells are open to receiving nutrients in and pushing toxins out into that intercellular fluid that we call lymphatic fluid. Once that lymphatic fluid has toxins in it, it needs to be cleaned. And then it goes into the lymph system, into the lymph ducts, into the lymph capillaries, and in through the lymph nodes. In fact, when lymph travels in the body, it travels through multiple lymph nodes and is clean before it goes back into the blood. So lymph is that intercellular fluid, and it cleans the toxins. But what is its pump? Remember that question. The heart is the pump on our circulatory system, but what's the pump on the lymphatic system? And what does the lymphatic system do? As you can see in this picture, there are over 700 lymph nodes in the body, scattered all throughout the body, more concentrated in critical areas of the body. Those 700 lymph nodes filter out the toxins. They clear damaged cells, cancerous cells, so that those toxic cells aren't damaging to the body. Now, how is that lymph moved from in between the cells back through those lymph nodes and into the places that it needs to go? It's moved by exercise. Some of the lymph vessels travel right alongside your own veins. And the natural rhythm of the pumping of your blood actually helps move some of that lymph. But that's not sufficient. So your exercise, you're moving your muscles throughout the day, and especially at least 20 minutes of good, every muscle moving exercise, and then multiple times during the day, cleans that lymph out. And I call it hauling out the trash daily, so that all of that toxin gets pumped out of your body every single day with your exercise. The other thing that helps is that there are one-way valves in those lymph ducts, that when the fluid moves upward toward the center of the body, the valve closes when it's pressing back on it, so it can't move backward. Those valves have to be kept healthy also. Those are kept healthy by having a healthy body, but calcium is primarily critical to make sure your valves stay healthy in your lymph system and in your blood system. You have to have plant-based calcium to keep those one-way valves healthy. The other thing that the lymph nodes do is they create lymphocytes. Lymphocytes attack cells that are damaging to the body and ensure that those are cleaned out. So having healthy, clean lymph nodes is important to making sure that your body can take care of damaging products in it, damaging cells, damaged cells, cancer cells, those kinds of things. And that's part of its function. That's why we make sure we don't have lymph nodes removed. Like when you have tonsils that are inflamed, or an appendix that's inflamed, or other areas in your body underneath your neck or under your arm where lymph nodes can get very, very inflamed. You want to have them retained and cleaned out instead of removed. Removing them removes that filter capability of the body, but also if it's housing and isolating a bunch of cancer cells, then you want to have those isolated and held isolated until the body has enough resources to finish taking care of them and cleaning them out of the body. And we don't want to remove lymphatic nodes so that they have the ability to do that, just clean them. So how do we clean out lymph nodes and ensure that they work properly? First, as always, we need to make sure that our lymphatic system is online, that there's power going to it, and that we have plenty of energy going through the whole lymphatic system to keep it operating. Check for blocks, hidden blocks, clear any of those. You're fully familiar with how to do that. Eating a whole food, plant-based diet is helpful in this instance also, so that there's less toxins being brought in and so that the acid and alkaline balance stays proper. Drinking plenty of pure water facilitates staying hydrated and ensuring that the body has plenty of fluids to clean out the toxins as they build up. Now, how to support it. You can test for Dr. Christopher's lymphatic formula, infection formula, right now called XINF X formula. That formula is so effective and has been used by so many people to take care of things as they've been needed to be taken care of. The lymphatic massage may also help. It must be gentle. Don't do a lymphatic job, or don't get a lymphatic job from somebody that's not extremely gentle in helping the lymph move upward toward the middle of the body or toward your heart. It's an aid to lymphatic movement and should not be harsh or damaging to those systems. And again, what's the pump for that fluid? Yes, exercise. But how much exercise is enough? And how much exercise is too much? Well, if you need moderate exercise for your body, do you believe that your body might be able to tell you how much is enough or too much? I think you can feel it, but you can also use your muscle testing if you need to know how much is enough and how much is too much. Why not do too much exercise? Too much creates extra acids in the body, makes the body more acid instead of more alkaline. Too much creates extra uric acid, extra lactic acid, extra carbonic acid, and all of those create a stress in the body trying to clean those acids out. What's the biggest necessity of exercise? Consistency. You get 10 hours one day and nothing for the next 4 or 5 days, it probably won't help a lot. In fact, it will be very damaging because you have created a lot of acid one day and then you're not moving it out the other days. So consistency and exercising, whatever your body tells you, 20 or 30 minutes, whatever is the right amount for your body, is what needs to be done every day. You need to take a day off every week from exercise. Your body is made to have a cycle. 6 days of work and 1 day of rest in all of your rebuilds, and that is true of exercise also. So you find the one that works for you, whether that be gentle walking, hiking, yoga, sitting on a ball when you're working, swimming, biking, doing it with other people, doing it alone, whatever works for you. Make a commitment to yourself, make a commitment to somebody else that you're going to do it every day, and then stick with it. That's the key. Your lymphatic system will appreciate daily gentle exercise. Do that in the sunshine if you can, because sunshine is critical to get in the eye so that it can reset the body systems. I know I'm simplifying this lymphatic system. I reviewed texts, I reviewed 165 slides. I want it simple so you know what you can do to make a difference, not so that you know all the technicalities of the lymphatic system. Because our effort at the Wholesome Life is to teach you how to take care of your body temple so that it will serve you well and so that you'll feel comfortable in it.